What is going on, everyone? So, at my locals, we have a thing that we go by casuals, and it's meant to be just to kind of come around and play some Yu-Gi-Oh, have some fun, play decks that are not too competitive, definitely nothing too meta. We have a kind of general rule of no major hand traps, so no infinite impermanence, no Ash Blossom, no effect failure, things like that. You can play a couple of like battle traps and stuff depending on what the card is. Some of them are kind of restricted. So today I decided I'm going to play my BlueEyes deck because it's just my casual deck. I am not spending a whole bunch of money onto it, so I don't have all of the main combo boards and main combo pieces and stuff that you normally see. With that being said, I don't have things like Jet Dragon, for example. Expensive card, don't have it, not spending that much money on a deck that I'm only playing every so often. Let's get into it. So let's start off with the monsters. Obviously, you gotta start off with 1, 2, 3 BlueEyes White Dragon. Three is in BlueEyes deck, you have to have 3. I like having slightly different arts here too. It's fun. Then going with 2 alternative white. This card is perfect just to easily just show BlueEyes from your hand, free special summon, and then a pop as well. I have 2. If you do 3, it tends to brick too much because of the summoning condition, so going with 2 is plenty. I like having one with the regular gold, one with the purple bluish kind of gold, one with the purplish bluish coloring. Next, 1 BlueEyes Abyss. This is a perfect one of in the deck, I think. It just works really well during end phase. Special summon it, and then on special summon you can add polymerization or your ritual spell. So if you're going into perfect ways to search out for the chaos form, and it's a still good level 8 to go into some rank 8 or synchro 9 plays. After that, I go again only 2 Spirit of the White. Best thing about the Spirit of the White here is that it is treated as a normal monster while on the field or graveyard, so it's perfect to special summon off of something like Silver's Cry. Again, level good, perfect level 8, go into your plays, but the one thing I really like about this is the on-summon banish effect. So if your opponent's playing some good back rows, boom, you can banish a spell trap your opponent controls. Banish it, get rid of it. So really good way of getting rid of some of that stuff there. Next, for the main BlueEyes monsters, I have BlueEyes Chaos Max. It's just really fun playing one. Even if it's not the main strategy of the deck, it's still fun. Double piercing, attack into something, cannot be targeted. Good game card. Then again, as I was saying, I don't have so much money, so I know this is the best of them, but I'm only playing 1 Sage with Eyes of Blue because I only have 1. If I had more, I would play at least 2. Like, target itself, send in the graveyard, special summon any BlueEyes monster from the deck. If you need to pop something, go with whatever combo you really need. It's a really good card. If I had more, I would play more. Next, gotta go with 1 White Stone of Legend. One of is perfect for this deck. It's just a good level 1 tuner to bring out right away if you need to, and then send it to the graveyard with your Link Rebo or something like that to get your BlueEyes to hand. So it's a good little, nice perfect search there. Then we're going with 3 copies of White Stone of Ancient. It's just the easiest, another perfect 3 of, you need 3. Like, you're going to be, again, linking it away, or any way of sending it to the graveyard, you're going to be getting a BlueEyes on field during the end phase. And then automatically right there, again, a level 1 tuner, synchro plays perfect. So 3 of with White Stone is definitely needed. Then we're going with 2 Protector with Eyes of Blue. Good level, again, level 1 tuner, lets you special summon any level 1 tuner from your hand, and then tribute itself or what of the tuners to bring out a BlueEyes White Dragon in your hand. BlueEyes monster from your hand, so it could be any of them. Like if you need to go into Spirit of the White, boom, pop back row. So good 2 of, I think, is best there because the BlueEyes does have to be in the hand. Not as good as the Sage, but still good as a 2 of. Then we're going into again 2 of the Maiden with Eyes of Blue, because if you know anything about BlueEyes, you know it is also known as BlueEyes Brick Dragon. So having at least 2 of these is a good just normal summon. Can't do too much more than that, then at least you have something to target. That's when, as soon as this card is targeted for attack or target with card effect, you can change it to defense, chain right there, and then go into a Blue Eyes monster again from the deck. Change it, Blue Eyes White Dragon. Again, it's only Blue Eyes White Dragon specifically, not a Blue Eyes card. That's why it's only a 2 of, because 3 it would be too many. That's it for the main Blue Eyes monsters. Let's continue on to some of the other monsters here. One card that is in basically every dragon deck, Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. Pretty easy special summoning condition of being able to special summon from by banishing a dragon, so that kind of does banish some of the best plays, but gets a good, even if anything, good level 2000 attack monster, and that allows you to special summon a dragon regardless of level from hand or graveyard. So really good, at least one of there. Continuing on with the one-ofs, Divine Dragon Aproclaf, I don't think that's the way to say it, but either way, it's obviously going to kind of suck because it only has 1000 attack, but once per turn, discard a card, then target one dragon type monster in your graveyard, add it to your hands. Even if you're using this just to discard your white stone, it's a good thing to go with that, and then kind of hopefully get into some XCs, rank 4s or something if you can. So not the best card in the deck, but definitely just one little good dragon card there. So one more one of here, Hello Sphere Dragon. Again, nothing too crazy, or basically good kind of floating effects if your opponent is playing a good beatdown strategy. But if your opponent controls 4 less cards in their hand, and this card is the only monster you control, your opponent cannot declare an attack. So basic little floodgate, nothing too big. But the main thing you're playing this for is once per turn. If you control level 8 dragon, you can make this card level 8 until the end phase. So some level modulation there to go into your rank 8s. So good little one-of card there as well. And then just to have some good level 4 beaters, some Alexandrite Dragon. Hey, 2000 attack that you can just summon and beat over some things. Really good. Now I got one card that is considered a hand trap, but I think in this format it might be okay. I don't know. I'm going to have to play it around and figure it out, and we'll kind of discuss probably afterwards. But we got Cervez, the Ancient and Ascendant. I might be saying that wrong, but oh well. Good little thing is with this is when your opponent activates a card or effect that targets a monster you control, quick effect, discard this card, negate the activation when you negate the activation. So that's good hand trap negate. But then when your opponent would special summon a monster, quick effect, you can return this card to the hand, negate the special summon if you do banish. So it's perfect on field. So with this being a level 2, 4, with this being a level 7, you could easily still bring it out pretty easily, but from the graveyard to then have that pop, but you're mostly using this for the hand trap effect. And now we're going into just cards that I like to play just because it's fun. If you can pull it off, you can pull it off. If not, oh well. But you're going into one copy of Honest. Blue Eyes, they're all light monsters, so getting some additional attack to beat over something, boom, that's always fun. Keep one copy of Keeper of the Dragon Magic. Again, being able to discard something and then search the polymerization or fusion, which is really good with this because it's one of the better ways of playing a fusion card with now that Anaconda is banned. So going to Keeper is good. And he's a dragon monster, so he goes into some rank 4s that we have in the extra deck as well. Again, this is going to be Manju of 10,000 hands. Nothing too crazy, just a one-of for what I'm playing because I am playing only the one Chaos Max. So when this card is normal or flip summon, you can add one ritual monster or ritual spell. So search whichever one you're missing. You'd be using Witch of the Black Forest in however way you're able to get this card from the field to the graveyard. Searching the Chaos Max. Boom, normal summon, get the ritual spells. So these two are meant to kind of play together. That's why I only play one of each. That's what I have for monsters. Let's go into spells. I like still playing, again, this Burst Stream of Destruction. I know Raigeki is the easiest answer, the better card to go with, because it just doesn't have any requirements, but it's just a gimmick card. It's always fun. Destroying all monsters your opponent controls. Sure, Raigeki for the Blue Eyes specific deck. Then you gotta go with one Silver's Cry, target one dragon normal monster in your graveyard, special summon it. Now this I have a Returning of the Dragon Lords. I'm looking at target one level 7 or 8 dragon in your graveyard, special summon it. So since I do have a few other options now, I might put this to 2, but as of right now, just running 1. It's still good to have the low protection as well of if your dragon monster would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish this card from the graveyard instead, so helps protect your dragons a little bit, even in the graveyard. Next we got Melody of Awakening Dragon. Discard one card, add it to 2 dragon monsters, 3000 more attack, and 2500 or less defense. Then obviously because I have the Chaos Max, running just one Chaos form is going to be perfect for that, just to you need your summoning condition for the Chaos Max. Ultimate Fusion, this is the card that we'd be searching off of Keeper of the Dragon Magic. Perfect to go into any of your fusions and then getting to pop some cards with the effect as well. Next, we got 8 copies of Ancient Rules. It's really good because of, again, the fact that Spirit of the White is treated as a normal monster in the hand. Blue Eyes itself, obviously, so it's just a good kind of generic special summon card for the Blue Eyes to get into your Blue Eyes beatdown. On to more of the spells that are not specific to Blue Eyes. Having 1 Foolish Burial, send any of the Ancient Stones to the graveyard to get your search or add to the hand. It's just a really good card for something like that. 1 for 1, again, sending and then summoning, so you get your search and then your play. There's a lot of level 1s in this deck, so it's a perfect one for this. Pretty generic, but I like having at least 1 Monster Reborn, again, because maybe you have something in the graveyard that you still need to bring out that is not a normal monster, and just having the 1 Silver Scry plus the Monster Reborn I think is a perfect combination. Because we're not really running many monster negates, I think Perfect Forbidden Chalice is a really good card, just until to get a quick play negate on a monster, since you're not really running many in the main deck for monster effects. And or if you need to still, like I said with the Honest, quick play, beat over something just to get a little bit of extra attack over something if you need it. 2 of is perfect, I think, for that. If you're going second, again, because we don't really have many negates in the deck, having 1 copy of Dark World No More, perfect just to shut everything down, turn off your negates, turn off the field, at least for the turn that you're playing this, and then hopefully, even though your opponent takes no damage and it's Blue Eyes deck, you want to do damage, but you need something to clear the board so you can set up your board if you're stuck going second, or you can't really do much. So that is it for my spells that I play. Go on to the trap. So for traps, we're going with 2 copies of True Light. Gives your BlueEyes White Dragon some targeting protection, since that's probably gonna be the best way to get rid of it because it's a 3000 beater. But also giving you the ability to special summon BlueEyes White Dragon specifically from hand or graveyard, so you can do either or, and it just makes it getting those monsters on the field a little easier. And then also being able to set a spell trap directly that specifically lists BlueEyes White Dragon, except for this one essentially. And now we'll go into the ultimate creature of destruction. Target 1 Blue Eyes monster you control. That face-up monster is unaffected by the card effects. So if you're trying to board wipe a Blue Eyes, good luck, you're not doing it. Cannot be destroyed by battle. Also, your opponent's monster battles is destroyed at the end of the damage step. So you still try to beat over it? No, your monster is gone. But that's it for the main Blue Eyes trap cards. I still have a few more traps in the deck, but they are just kind of just generic. Let's see if I can pull this off type of card. One of those being a Crackdown. If I have something and I'm still stuck and can't do anything, you know what? Let's take control of your monster that's trying to beat over me. Same thing with Phoenix Chain. I know it's a pretty old school card, but same thing with that Forbidden Chalice. Phoenix Chain is just going to be a good way to negate some monster's effects and make it so it can't attack. So I think it's a pretty old school card, but I think it's a pretty good one. And then because Blue Eyes is a old school deck, I like playing some old school cards. Just the classic one of Mirror Force. I know most of the time modern boss monsters can't be destroyed by battle or card effects, but come on, Mirror Force is just a classic, and it's fun to just wipe the board sometimes if I can. On that note, same thing. If I can pull this off, I can pull it off. It's just for the fun of it. I like playing Magic Cylinder. Like, your opponent builds up really big boss, really big level, really big attack, and then you just boom. Nope, you can take it. I like having that like splashback effect. So it's again just kind of a bit of a fun one of just might as well. So that's it for the main deck. I'm gonna go show you the extra deck. The extra deck is a lot more typical for what you do see for a Blue Eyes deck, but still not quite the same. Going with 1 Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon, the main big boy of the deck. It's just your graveyard negate and switch out, like have this in defense, target anything, negate anything in the graveyard. It's your on field called by the grave. So having this out is perfect. And then end phase, you activate this effect to go into Azure Eyes. So this card, especially once it's brought out, bring it out during end phase. Next draw, standby, and then you can bring out any of your Blue Eyes or anything else from the graveyard. Blue Eyes Twin Burst. This is the card you're going to be fusing using that Ultimate Fusion. This card being able to attack twice on monsters, good beat overs on something else. Again, 3000 is still nothing to scoff at. If for some reason the monster doesn't get destroyed, its secondary effect of banishing the monster that it battled, perfect. Like, it's such a good way of clearing some boss monsters, I swear. Next, we're going to go into the Xyz. So this is where Galaxy Stealth Dragon comes in. That's why I have some of the kind of just generic dragon monsters. Is basically to go into this guy, detach a material, special summon one dragon monster from your hand. Go into other plays like that. So Galaxy Stealth is a pretty good card for that. Another pretty common one in most Blue Eyes decks, number 97, Dragon Blueon, cannot be targeted with card effects. Cool, right there. Can't be targeted with card effects, and 3000 beater right there. And the reason people are using this is the effect. Special summoning one of your other number monsters and using the other one as material. So free special summon of a number Dragon Xyz monster. Like, that's just the best thing about this card, is getting any number Dragon Xyz from your extra deck onto the field for free. Speaking of, that's the card you're bringing out, number 62 Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon. Just a beater. Using this plus the Drubellion, adding all the attack, you're just going to be attacking over anything. Try dealing with it. Now, this is one card I have that would be considered like a Garnet for the extra deck. Number C5 Chaos Chimera Dragon. I'm not having this card for any reason other than the fact that it's a number dragon monster. It's literally the only other one that I had. It's literally just to go boop as material for him. Now we're going into a old school, but still pretty good. Heretic Sun Dragon. 2 level 8. Once per turn you can attach material from this card. Tribute any number of monsters from your hand or field, then destroy an equal number of cards on the field. So you're tributing for the cost, so that means you're not targeting your opponent's monsters, just destroying them. Okay, say bye to minimum one card, just for the cost of detaching one material. So I think it's still a pretty good card. Now we're going into some of the ones that are not as common, but still fun to play. Number 68, Symphone the Sky Prism. The best part of this is you can attach one material from this card until the end of your opponent's next turn. This card cannot be destroyed by card effects. Also, neither player can special summon monsters from the graveyard. So it's a good kind of shutting down of the graveyard a little bit. Next, another card that's pretty random, but I think it's fun, is Aggron the Sea Castrum. This is a good kind of just finding out what your opponent is playing a little bit, because you're just 2 level 8 monsters, detaching a material, and banishing a random face down monster from your opponent's extra deck face up. So it gives you at least a little bit of knowledge to go in. Like, you may not know exactly what cards, but you're just still going to have at least a general idea of maybe what someone's playing. So you can banish it, so because it's being banished face up, so you're going to see what's going on. That's basically the good thing about that. And finally, I have 3 Link monsters. One that is pretty common, again, in most Blue Eyes decks, Linkuriboh, just your level 1 monster. Again, most of the monsters are level 1, so it's a good way to bring that out. And then just a good little battle protection, again, with Linkuriboh. And we're going into Link 2 Nightmare Phoenix. If your Spirit of the White wasn't good enough to destroy the back row, then boom, your Phoenix will be good as well. And last but not least, Nightmare Unicorn. Again, we don't have too much battle protection of ourselves, so if we can get rid of the opponent's field, if they have a bunch of stuff that is being a problem, field spell or anything, put it back in the deck. Okay, thanks, bye. So good card. You're not getting too many monsters. You're not getting this that often, but it's definitely worth having in there. Now, one honorable mention I want to say is the Heretic Steel of Heavenly Sunrise. I normally do play this card, but again, it's on that casuals ban list, so too bad, so sad. It kind of sucks we can't play it, but it's still fun to have. Off to the side. So there you have it, guys. I know it's not the most competitive, not the most, it may still be a little bricky, but I don't know. I think it's fun to have a little bit of combination of a bit of both, and it's always fun to play some nostalgia in a somewhat nostalgic type of way. I'm not expecting to do too crazy. This is definitely not a deck that is majorly competitive anymore. You can kind of get some wins here and there if you draw the right hand. But as I said before, it's also kind of Blue Eyes Brick Dragon, so that's why I have some of the other random cards just to kind of help with some negates and stuff. So let me know what you thought about this deck. Is it too bulky? Do you think I should pull something, add something, without spending too much money, okay guys? But let me know in the comments below what you thought. And if you liked any of my content, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. It's always fun to make any type of content, whatever comes to my mind. But that's it for now. Thanks. Bye.